Well, good morning, everyone, and so glad to have you join us, not on just this call, but an exciting team going somewhere that really can make a difference for so many people in the world. And so I've got some slides I prepared, and so let me share my screen and share my heart. So let's see. This is one of my favorite thoughts. There's a cassette tape. Well, it was originally a record, and it was the first record that was just the spoken voice that won a Grammy. And this is The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. I think it was 1956, I believe, when it came out. And the background about this is he was a sales manager. He had a big team of insurance people, and he would get together and just have kind of a motivation meeting, inspire people. And he was on a vacation, and he decided to make a recording so that the team could get together, and that became really popular. What would happen is they would ask, can I get a recording of that? I've got some friends I want to share this with. And it just organically multiplied out until finally he made a deal with Capitol Records. So how about that? But essentially, The Strangest Secret, it all came down to this idea at the top. We become what we think about. And he quoted a lot of people throughout the ages. Marcus Aurelius, as an example, said, a man is what he thinks about all day long. And this is one of my favorite ones here. The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. In fact, as a dad with lots of kids, that was a conversation that I had pretty much every day. When kids talk and I don't want to do this, or whatever it was, I'd say, well, remember what William James said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. Isn't that powerful? If you really know that, if you're aware of that and believe that, wow. In fact, belief. This is another thing by William James, and it's in all of these things are in that recording, The Strangest Secret, that we need only in cold blood act as if the thing in question were real. And it will become infallibly real by growing into such a connection with our life that it will become real. It will become so knit with habit and emotion that our interest in it will be those of which characterize belief. Well, belief, that's a big, big thing right there. And just kind of going on that, what we believe, what we're thinking about, where your mind goes, your life follows. That's a very foundation of our existence. And I love that thought right there, that thoughts are things that affect every other thing. Wow, we become what we think about, but that can affect other people. It's just such an amazing idea. And I believe one of the most important things when we're thinking about meaning, the foundation of our existence, we've probably all heard BHAG, B-H-A-G, big, hairy, audacious goal, or massively transformative purpose. Did you know that if you have one of those, life is just much more fun if you have a purpose, if you know what your purpose is. Sometimes they might say that there's two times when you're born. One is, of course, when you're born. The other is when you discover your purpose. And that's such a wonderful thing. And when you have a big purpose, a massively transformative purpose, big, hairy, audacious goals, that's just a better way to live your life. But also experts, they find that people that actually have a massively transformative purpose, they really do. They can articulate it at any moment. They'll live about 7 years longer than someone who cannot. That's big, probably more than that. And I'm certain that those years are not just putting in time, that they're fun. When you have a big purpose, it gets you out of bed in the morning, and you're full of just excitement. Well, mindset, putting that all together, what your purpose is. This is fun stuff. Your mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. And it influences everything that you do. You want to have a good mindset. And one of the wonderful things, also one of the scary things, is just how mindsets can change quickly. They're so powerful, and yet they can be altered. So hopefully everything that we do, that we should realize that we can't help ourselves. We have influence on other people. It's an inescapable thing that happens, and therefore we should be aware of that and try to have some responsibility in our influence on other people. Make it good. Hopefully we're a good influence most of the time. And that's what I love, is just sharing an idea. I believe one of the most wonderful ways to live your life is be part of a team. We can do a lot more as a team, and share a common ideal. And so, wow, have a massively transformative purpose. That's what we're offering people. Now, if you look at the company, they have something high and noble. Just if you've been in this business very long, a lot of companies, they just don't make very good products, and they don't deliver them on time. Something so basic. Avini was created because we've got some of the most wonderful some of the most wonderful products that can change your life. And here's a product that has maybe a 20-year track record. Millions of people have used it, but people keep dropping the ball. And so, wow. And so finally, they've just taken it into themselves. The biochemist who created, a couple of his friends and partners that have just thought, okay, what we need to do, we've got superior products. Let's make them available, deliver them on time, treat team members with respect, love the people, and pay them well. Wow. And then all powered by folks with an amazing track record. It's just so unique, so exciting. I've done this pretty much my whole working life, been able to be with really good people, good products. But I just think we're in a position right now where I just couldn't be more excited, because we just got the best people, the best product, and then to top it off, a chance to kind of reset. Although we've gone on many shakedown cruises, everything is proven very well. You talk to anybody, this is not our first rodeo. And yet the company at this moment is less than a year old. And yet we've got relationships that are 10, 20, 30 years with the team. And so we like each other. We work really well together. And I think of Neil Roth, who's ran billion-dollar companies in the past with thousands and thousands of SKUs. I tell people that starting Avini, he's doing this very well. But he could do this kind of stuff with half of his brain tied behind his back. It's just wow. But it's easy to believe in the cause of what we're doing. We've had experience with the product. We've been around all of our team, and wow. So this is fundamental. Part of our mindset is once we believe in the absolute rightness and goodness, we'll succeed. But let's go into some more basic things. But I really believe when you look at this business, the mechanics, the day-to-day action of it is pretty simple. The big thing is just getting your head and your heart into this, where you buy in. I am sold myself is one of the most wonderful things, is being involved with that. Then it just kind of happens. However, this is a big thing, talking about mindset and how it can easily change. You can change yourself for the good or the better by just your associations. This is the quickest way to change everything in your life. I love Jim Rohn's thought right here, that you are the average of the 5 people you associate with the most. Well, you're the average of what? Well, everything, probably from your bank balance to your beliefs and attitudes, everything, what you value, it's all that. And so be careful in your association. Zig Ziglar talks about the easiest way to get the flu is hang around people that have the flu. And so be careful who you hang around with. And one of the things that I think is really wonderful is Avini is now more than 5 people. and we're going somewhere. We share beliefs. Birds of a feather do flock together, and we're putting just a beautiful culture together of, I would say, just succinctly, idealistic people that love to read labels, and they fall in love with what we're doing in our products, and they want to change the world. And every person we share this with, it changes their world. So this is really cool. So how do we go about this as efficiently and effectively as possible? I think one of the very best recordings you can ever listen to, and you can get this on pretty much any platform, just Google Jim Rohn and building your own network marketing business. But get that, listen to it. It's fun. He's entertaining. You'll chuckle, but it'll get inside you. You'll get ideas. It's been around a while, but most real truths, they're eternal truths. They always work. This will always be timeless, this recording. So get that recording. Also, Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. Of all the stuff I've listened to, that profoundly affected me. I was back in my 20s when I heard that. I listened to it so many times, I practically had it memorized. But wow, we do become what we think about. And wow, let's do this. Richard Brooke used to be a neighbor, lived in Coeur d'Alene. We've had lunch many times. Wonderful guy, brilliant. And he came out with a book years ago, and he can't leave it alone. He writes it, rewrites it. The 4-year career, 12th edition, all new. How about that? Well, one of the things fundamentally to our business is we are in the leader builder business. We're looking for customers, of course, and we love customers, but we want to really touch lives. It's been said that this business is a personal development business. The best one you can ever find. It is funded by wonderful products. But the real product is just helping people realize their greatest potential. And some of that is just kind of what we've been talking about, influence, learning to use it well, learning to do it better, and then putting it to work in something that really does make a positive difference. That's my greatest feeling, perhaps yours as well, is just knowing that you made a positive difference in another person's life. How can it get better than that? Well, I'll tell you, make a bigger difference in a greater number of people. And here's a way to do that with wonderful products and the team building aspect of our compensation plan. This book is so good that you'll read it and you'll learn how to build a business, but also it just is so self-evident that as you read this, your prospects, when they read this, they'll think, if I don't do this, I'm an idiot. It's just this just makes so much sense. This is the best way to live your life. I think we got to work. Work is easily a third of our lives. We might as well be on a mission instead of merely work, doing something that really matters. And so, wow, here's a way I believe where the average person can have a business, but not only that, but also live a life where they can just do the greatest good. This is big. Get that book. Another book, GoPro. This is not the little camera. This is GoPro, Go Professional. Making this a profession. This is such a big deal. I love this book. That's kind of stories like the 4-year career, but at the same time, it's educating people how to do this. Fundamentally, you identify the basic ingredients in your recipe, and your recipe will turn out every time. It becomes very predictable and repeatable over and over again. You do all the stuff that's in here, hang around the right people, be with the right product, be at the right time. Success becomes more and more a certainty as you get better and better and doing more and more of the things that matter. So GoPro, just do it. And okay, GoPro, 7 steps. Well, these are the steps. Pretty much it all boils down to making a list, gathering prospects. And you might, if you just start thinking and write down all the names you could probably write down quite a few names. The key, don't prejudge. And maybe you've talked to them about something else before, or maybe you've even shared Avini with them a few months ago, but it's actually different. It's better. this is a better opportunity than it was last May. It's just, it's cool. So write everybody down. Don't prejudge. Get one of those memory joggers if you wish. That might help you a little bit. Who do you know through whatever? Okay, so the business fundamentally is gathering names, making a prospect list, and then talking to them. Invite them. On his list, he talks about invite prospects to understand your product or opportunity. Mine, I would say specifically call them and ask them if they would do you a favor. You'd like to get their opinion on a 7-minute video by a brilliant biochemist. And so what I do and what I teach other people to do is that's your job, is call people and ask them to do the favor of listening to Rick Deitch. Let him do the presentation, which goes into the number 3, present your products or opportunity. Well, to me, the quickest way is to do that with the recording and then follow up. Oh my goodness, that's the big key. What we've found over the years, and this is me personally, is just going out in outside sales, that I was surprised, pleasantly of course, but I was surprised if on my first touching a person that they bought. Most of the time I would follow up, get back with them again, build relationship each time, give them more information. But on average, it was 4, 5, 6 individual contacts with a person before they bought in. This pretty much is across the board when we're doing anything to do with sales and marketing, is you follow up, follow up, follow up. And so statistically, they found that most salespeople only contact once. On the other hand, most people buy on the 4, 5, or 6 contact. So, wow, if you're thinking, I just can't get this to work. Well, you're going against natural scheme of things. You got to follow up. And also just really fundamentally, you invite somebody to take a look at Rick and listen to that. And you might be thinking mentally, well, I got so excited when I watched that. Surely they would call me, and they haven't. They must not be interested. Well, I'll go talk to somebody else. Well, the reason they haven't is probably number 1 is they haven't gotten around to listening to it. But also you need to keep your word. You told them that you wanted to get their opinion and you wanted to follow up. Well, do that. And if they listen to it, give them something else. Other things on following up, do 3 ways. If they ask a question, that's kind of a buying signal, and say, well, I'm pretty new in this. I was just talking to a friend that knows a lot about this. Hang on, let me see if I can get him on. And I just kind of do that way, and I do a 3-way, and that really validates that third-party person. Okay, another fundamental step is just helping your prospects become customers or distributors. Well, how do you do that? Well, give them more information. Follow up with 3 ways. I just kind of bring them along. If somebody will listen or watch something, I give them something else. As we visit, there might be a particular product or problem that they have. What can you help them with? Give them more information on that. Okay, people, we want to build a team. How do you get your people started right? Get them plugged in with your upline. Show them the steps. Get them to watch GoPro and get the book and all of this stuff. Get into the conversation. One of the best things is you'll just get pulled along by other people that are doing it right. And that's a big thing. It all culminates in getting them to go somewhere. It could be a local event. The best thing to promote is the big events, which it appears we're going to probably do that twice a year, just based on what we've done so far, and just kind of the industry as a whole. But we've got something coming up in just about 1 month, a big event, and I just can't emphasize, get people to go to those events. Again, most of the business is just affecting your heart and mind, where you get sold, and meeting the leaders of the company, learning more about product. Often it's launching new products. You come home transformed. People look at you and they say, why are your eyes shining? It's just it's hard to get somebody else excited if you're not excited, and you will come back on fire. So do this. all of these steps right here, I do them and do them and do them, all culminating in getting them to the big event. That is where leaders are born. And so this is, again, working on yourself. And here's the thought right here. Too many people are looking for the right person. Well, you want to be the right person, whether you're looking for your spouse, dating. Well, that's fun to date the right person, but you can attract the right person by being the right person. Same thing with this business. You might be thinking, oh, I'd love to find some really hard hitter, somebody that just is out there tearing up trees and making things happen. Well, the best way to do that is to be that sort of person yourself. So always work on yourself. Now, a thing that's really fun is leverage, because there is some really good leaders already in the business, and you're just kind of thinking, okay, I want to be a leader too. Well, do the things that leaders do, but also connect them with leaders. If you find somebody and they're on your chicken list, right off the bat, say, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. I think you'd find this interesting. But also, regardless of who we are, we need these products. And I love leading with the products. If you get them sold on it, that person, they'll figure out the other stuff. If you think, oh my goodness, these products are amazing, well, they'll be thinking there's probably a good business opportunity attached to this. And continuing that, if there's really a great opportunity, well, if it really is a great opportunity and it has lasting power, we're actually doing something. We have some type of product or service to solve people's problems and create opportunities. So there we go. We've got all of that. One more book I'd love to recommend. This is one of my very favorite books. This guy, Les Giblin, just a super good salesperson himself in the 1940s. And this book goes back, if you look at the copyright, it's in the early 50s, but I think some of the most wonderful things are so timeless. This is still a book I recommend everyone, because it all comes down to, the book kicks off with something here I just pasted right in the middle here. Opening the book, you're going to hear these words. Every normal human being wants success and happiness. Of course we do. That just is what it is. Okay, so have you ever thought about the fact that other people play an important part in any real success or happiness that we enjoy? It is largely through our dealings with other people that we become successful. And regardless of what your definition of happiness may be, a little thought will convince you that your own happiness is largely dependent upon the sort of relationships you have. And you've perhaps have heard this. It's studies all over the place that talk about keeping people's jobs, what makes them hireable, and also keeping their job and moving up in the ranks. It's all about your personality, being able to successfully deal with other people. That's all of it. Almost never is somebody fired because of incompetency. You lose your job because you don't have a good personality. That's it. Up at the top, this is just a golden nugget right here. Men and women who have the most influence with other people are men and women who believe other people are important. That's one of the most wonderful compliments that you can give a person, which is easy to do, because if you really think about the idea that everyone is a child of God with limitless possibilities and potential, and maybe you can get upset, but all of these people have limitless potential. These are the folks that we work with and marry and deal with, that we have divine potential. And so we just want to do that. Also, people respond to expectations. And so if you're a good teacher or a coach or whatever, if you expect greatness, it's a lot more likely to happen. So fun stuff here. Get that book. Here's another book that I love. Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking, and I've got that on record, and I love his voice. And when I see this, I can hear him saying it, that to be on fire for something, pour yourself out, and you will never lose energy and vitality in so doing. You only lose energy when life becomes dull in your mind. Your mind gets bored and therefore tired, doing nothing. Well, you don't have to be tired. Get interested in something. Get absolutely enthralled in something. Throw yourself into it with abandon. Get out of yourself. Be somebody. Do something. Don't sit around moaning about things. The man who is doing something isn't tired. If you're not getting into good causes, no wonder you're tired. You're disintegrating. You're deteriorating. You're dying on the vine. The more you lose yourself in something bigger than yourself, the more energy you will have. And so get into this business. Avini is just the act of doing it. The business itself is some of the most powerful anti-aging medicine. It really does invigorate you. You will think, wow, it's Monday and I'm excited. And you jump out of bed and who can I talk to about Avini? This is common characteristics. I love that. Be on fire for something. Have a burning desire. Get some fire in your belly. Be hungry. I think that's one of the things that I've thought about this often when I was looking for people. I think I'm looking for people who are ambitious and nice. And I think, well, make a list, check it twice, find out who's ambitious and nice. And then I realized they could be, but they might not be hungry. And so you add that. Les Brown, look that up on YouTube. You got to be hungry. Les Brown, it's just, you got to be hungry. That's it. So be ambitious, nice, and hungry, and look for people that are that way. To be successful, have a mentor. That's a big shortcut. Look for people who are where you want to be already, and do the things that they're doing, and what are they doing? Recognize it, and so have them as a coach. We've got lots of really successful people that are doing it. They're already there, and what's really fun is, well, you can get into this life coach stuff. They're all over the place, and they want lots of money. You can get some of the very best ones for free. Wow! Sign up in Avini and call your active upline. And you'll have ongoing training, no cost to you. Wow, in fact, it'll pay really well because they'll help you build your business. So a favorite word of mine is gumption. Okay, as long as somebody's talking to you, you're excited, but as soon as you hang up, it fades, make a couple of calls, they're not interested, or no one answers. You've got to pull through that. You got to be self-motivated. Gumption. That's a wonderful word. And this is really hard. If you look at this, the Avini opportunity is the easiest low pay work. In fact, if you don't do anything, there's no income floor. We won't pay you anything. Wow. And yet on the other hand, there's limitless potential. So it's actually the hardest high pay work, the easiest low pay work, and you just pick yourself. Fundamentally, when you're doing a business, it isn't go to work and then you get paid the next day. It's go to work, 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 get paid. So to be successful in any kind of business, it takes some time to grow the business, and then you get paid. But then it's go to work, go to work, go to work, and then later on, it's get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, rather than linear go to work, get paid, go to work, get paid. This is powerful. Get paid, get paid, get paid. So yeah, a long-term perspective on this business. Give it some time. Bet on yourself. Go for it. Do all the things, and you'll make it. And stay enthusiastic. We've talked about Norman Vincent Peale. Wow, I love this definition of leadership. John Maxwell just says, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Well, let's make it more. So leadership is the enthusiastic communication of your vision. Isn't that something? Wow, enthusiasm is like a ripple in the water. It spreads. Winston Churchill says something so wonderful. Before you can inspire with emotion, you must be swamped with it yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. Convince them. To convince them, you must yourself believe. Wow. And so these are powerful words. Put them into your real life. Wow. Leaders add energy and vision and enthusiasm. That's one of the most wonderful feelings to have, is that your enthusiasm, your influence makes something wonderful happen that would not have happened but by your good influence. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Okay, this is an important thing. And as we move into where we are right now, somebody sent me a picture of Daytona Beach, 1971 and 2021. And some of the things I noticed, it was a whole different planet. All the people in 1971, they all had beautiful bodies and they were having fun. The picture of the same beach, all the people were fat and tattoos all over their body, and every one of them was looking at a phone. I just thought, wow. And it's addicting. The media is actually purposefully engineered and designed everything they do to addict us. And so they're training us to have ADD. It's scary, and it takes constant power. You can use Facebook as a tool, or you can get sucked in and click like, and that's designed. You get a puff of endorphins every time you push a like, or you look, did they like me? Scary stuff. The media wants to addict you. They want to do that. Also, they want you to buy their stuff. They want to scare you. They want to tell you who you're supposed to hate. Just all kinds of stuff. And they want to change your mindset. Purposefully get on track and drive your own car. Don't let them rent space in your head for free, especially if their interest might not be in your best interest. Big stuff. Norman Vincent Peale, just decide what you want to do with your life, and then day to day, go for it. Avini is just such a clear path to do good things. I think ultimately the big joy is you can't have too many friends. Happiness is relationships and contributing and adding value to those people. So you just get in, and it's a never-ending thing. Success is a journey. It's the continual realization, the progressive realization of a worthy idea or ideal, and here we are. It just gets better and better. So how to get in and succeed? Well, get in and do stuff every day, and never, ever quit. Just get in, stay in, and work every day. Success is your daily agenda. Fundamentally, I love this by Dan Sullivan, a strategic coach founder. That's a cool title, strategic coach. Listen to this. Success means that you're making a bigger and better improvement, so that you're more valuable to others. Wow, success means that you're making bigger and bigger improvements that are valuable to others. Wow. And satisfying to yourself. It means you can't think of anything you'd rather be doing than what you're doing. Wow, what a great definition of success. Being anxiously engaged in a great cause, and you can't think of anything else. I believe our job is to express this opportunity. So when your prospects see this, they're thinking, wow, this is just exactly what I'm looking for. Well, before they can find out, we got to let them know. We got to call people every day and ask them to look at Rick Deitch. Wow, we're all here because of him. Just wow. So good things only happen when you're in motion. Wow. So let's just do this. So action is the foundational key to all success. So let's be of action. Well, let's do this. I am so excited to have everyone on our team. And how does it get better? Make a bigger team. So let's do this. Love you. Glad you're here. And I'm one who believes in you. You can do this. Take care.